Hello Spider Peeps. Well, in this video I've gone to AliExpress over a period of time and bought all these different Zigbee devices. So I wanted to play with these, see whether I can just connect them instantly to Home Assistant and see whether they're useful or not. So let's have a look. Where should we start? I think I'm going to start with a door and window sensor. Let's have a look what we get in the box. So we get a we get no batteries. Oh look, we get a magnet and we get a little push pin thing like a SIM extractor, and we get something where we can stick it onto the door. So we must stick that onto the door and then this slides into it. So yeah, if we do it that way, then we can push it up, stick it on the door that way. Okay, so we need some AAAs for that. Alright, so let me go to my Home Assistant. I've already got a Zigbee hub in my home automation, and I've actually got it in my Amazon device as well. So I've got various different ways I can get to Zigbee. So I'm not really going to try and do much other than say add a Zigbee device and search for it. Of course it's gone off pairing now. So let's see. Let's push that for a few seconds. See whether it starts an interview. Not doing it at all, is it? Let's try again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So this is a DS01 by Zigbee. Excellent. So configuring, is that, no, it's not ready yet. Let's wait for it to finish. I assume DS stands for door sensor 01. Okay, so that took a little bit longer than I wanted to. Anyway, let's call this cave door and let's put it in the cave. Get rid of the word sensor, so it's just cave door. Okay, that should be okay now and ready to use. If we go back to my home overview and I look in the cave door should be here somewhere. Door open. There we go, at the top, door open. So let's put the magnet closer to it. There's door closed. Look how instantly that triggers. This is going through my Zigbee system. It's not going through my phone to the Wi-Fi. So yeah, it's just going straight on. So I'll get that stuck on the door and that's pretty easy. These door sensors used to be about the cheapest things that you could get Zigbee. They are £3.27 at the moment. All right, so let's have a look at this motion sensor. So this is very similar, look. So it comes with a different type of little thing to push the pin button and just a teeny little sensor. Oh, it looks like it's got the queen of all batteries in it. Let's just check. Oh no, it's got a big boy in it. It's 2450. So let's remove the safety and plug him in. So where's the little button? There it is. So I'm not getting any telltale yet, but let's try it. Let's wait for 5 seconds, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The door sensor, it was quite hard to locate the button inside it, whereas this seems to be a lot easier. There we go. Device found, configuring. Again, we've got a sticky pad with a middle bit in it. Once it's stuck somewhere, we can just twist it, which is pretty cool. I can see a little flashing light in it now. Can we see that? Got a little green flashing light in it. Couldn't see that before. So this is a TS020. Does that match the box? Can we see TS020? Not really. Add a sub device. I mean, that's sort of what I'm doing, but I'm doing it in Home Assistant and not in a Toya one. Ah, there we go. Took a while. So this is going to be KPIR, and make sure I set it in the cave again. So that's that device ready. I'm just going to put it out the way for a little bit and let that stabilize and see whether it does something, and we'll go on to the next one. So this was quite expensive, £6.79, which is why I've only got one of them. I prefer the human sensors. They work a little bit better. I've got one of them in the cave as well. Okay, not sure whether I've shown you one of these before, but we've got so many little USB things now. I found out that we can get these USB switches as well. So this is Zigbee again, one channel USB. These are great if you've got USB lights or something like that. Apart from this, got a bit bashed. This is going to be a bit harder for me to do. It's got a button on it, but let's go to the setup again while we're there. Okay, so I'm going to just plug this up here into my bench power supply, and that's got a flashing blue light on it already, so hopefully that's wanting to pair. There we go. This is a TS0001 Toya switch. USB, one channel Zigbee USB. Oh, that did it really quickly. So Toya USB switch. I like these because they are, sometimes you can get them with 3 different sockets in as well. I mean, they're not going to be USB-C, but they're quite a cool thing to have to turn things on, especially if you want to do light effects. So Toya USB switch. Okay, I found I've got a USB extension lead. Always the wrong way. It's USB. Okay, so I've plugged it into this puck as well. It's probably made it go wild. So we've got a turny on offy on there control panel so that it's easier to get to. But yeah, that's how we can do that. And of course we can use this in automations as well to turn off specifically these lights when we want it. So that's quite a cool little device as well. I think I bought this one a while ago. These are £2.90, but I note now for £3.77 you can get one with a USB-A and a USB-C. So that's going to be way more useful if it's a USB-C one, and it's also got a USB-C plug on it. So £3.77. I've not tried it, but I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Okay, so this is a similar thing now. Now I've got a few of these. These are really useful. Sometimes I buy these off Amazon, sometimes I buy them from AliExpress, so I'm not sure, but this is a Zigbee one. So I'm going to have to plug this in up there somewhere. Okay, so that's flashing now. Okay, so I've already got something I want to use this for. This isn't going to be in the cave. This is going to be Hive hub. I've noticed my Hive box quite often needs resetting, and because of where it is, it's a bit of a hard thing to get to. So let's leave it in the cave for a minute. We can save that afterwards. That's ready to use. Forgot I'd got these ones, so let me plug it in here. And it's got a on and off button on the side. Nice, quite a nice one there, look. And when you press this, you can hear a nice relay clicking over, which is good because it means there's actually copper contacts inside here that are connecting. So that's pretty good. Let's find something to plug into this. I've got my ridiculously big LED light here. So let's turn him on first. Turn him on there, so that's on, and let's go and find the device again. So it's saying it's on at the moment, but let's go to that and do that. Turns it off with a nice click. Can you hear that? Indicator in a car. Beautiful. Okay, and the smart plug, obviously this is a UK version. You can get other versions as well. But yeah, £5.90 for these. But there's various ones. I like the round ones. They do square ones as well, £6.50. But again, much cheaper than Lightwave, which I used to use, which was sort of 40 quid per socket. Might have been a double socket, but I don't think I even ever bought one socket for Lightwave. I bought these plug-in things. But yeah, so Zigbee ones for that, pretty good. So these are great for just USB devices, and these are good for more electronic devices. Although ironically, all I'm going to plug into this is a wall wart, which is a bit of a waste really. It was a pity I can't use one of those directly, but because of what it is, I can't. Okay, so here's my next one. It's got another different type of those. Oh, I do love it when it comes with a safety. Will it just pull out? No. Okay, I need to get hold of a coin for this. So this is a 2450 as well. King of batteries, remove the safety. I think I can get away with just using that as it is. Okay, so now that looks like that bit there is the humidity sensor. So let's not poke that in there and break it. Let's pop it in the side there. Normally we flash 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, flashing. Should be in pairing mode now, starting interview. Again, we've got this plastic base and a sticky pad for it. I've already got a temperature in the cave anyway, so these are quite cheap. These are £3.49, probably some of the cheapest Zigbee things you can buy. So temperature and humidity sensor, works with Zigbee 2 MQQT. Now there's a thing about that. What's his name? YouTube, guy on a YouTube channel. I'll put his name here. I've forgotten it. I watch him all the time. He bought a Tesla. Yeah, his name's gone, but he did a really interesting video the other day talking about all of the different Zigbee protocols that there were now. And some are Zigbee and Matter. MQQT is Mosquito protocol. Oh, look, it worked straight away that time. Okay, so this is going to be Cave Temp 2, I'll call it. There's already one in the cave, so I don't want to get those mixed up. And Cave. Right, so let's check that, see whether it's sensed something yet. So the cave humidity is at 59.2 at the moment, pretty good. It was up to 98. And the temperature is not cold in the cave at the moment. I've got a fleece on still, but it's about 20 degrees in the cave, 19.6. So this is the most sophisticated, and this was the most expensive as well. So this is, it says it's dual channel, but it only comes with one sensor. That's annoying. Have I bought the single channel one by accident? Clamp one piece. I might need to buy a different clamp. How annoying. All right, so this is going to be difficult for me to test. So this needs to be hardwired into the mains. So I'm probably not going to show this on my desk today, but just to prove that you can get a Zigbee version of this as well. Now I've got solar in my house, and I've got some devices that use a smart meter and look at the output, and if I'm sending stuff to the grid, it charges my solar batteries. I've got it automated a little bit so far, but actually seeing what's coming from the solar is really interesting, because I lose that. I can only look at it by seeing that I'm sending stuff back to the grid. So my idea is I'm going to clamp this around my solar. It's a nice clamp, this. Let's yeah, so that clamps around the wire. Nice ferrite, very shiny. And this was £14.37. It says it's only got one clamp, but it's got 2 channels. So hopefully if I get another clamp, that'll be fine. And I only have to wire it up in one place. So quite a nice collection of Zigbee kit there, and definitely a lovely connection of these little, I've lost the others already, of these little pushy things as well, which are great for anything with a little tactile button hidden in it. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this SpiderPeeps. Please let me know about this. Would you trust these Zigbee things off AliExpress? I mean, these are all batteries. They're not going to hurt anything. That one's a bit tough because that's wired in and this appliance as well, but it's Zigbee, it's not Wi-Fi. So what's it doing? Is there a problem having that plugged into your system? Personally, I don't think there is. So let me know if you found anything interesting in this video, because I'm not getting a lot of comments at the moment and I'm feeling lonely, SpiderPeeps. Give the channel some love and help it to get a little bit bigger. All right, see you next time. Hope you enjoyed this. Bye. Just notice that this PAR theoretically does humidity and temperature, so you get one of those in it as well, but hold off on getting it because it's not sensed anything yet. I wonder if it's because it's too light for it. That on? No. Yeah, maybe don't buy a PIR, buy a human sensor instead. Oh yeah, if you want to delete a Zigbee device after you've added it, you can always repair it again, but I don't want another temperature in the cave. If you go into the device here, then you've got this reconfigure bit, and there you can remove the device. It removes it from your network, but you can add it again if you want at another time.